My Carolina Panthers are finally getting the respect they deserve. And the fact that I've seen like 10 videos like these pop up on my feed, like, oh, the Panthers are going to be sneakily dangerous. The Panthers are finally developing a good team. The Panthers are going to be more than you think. I'm excited, and shout out to Gridiron Files here for making this documentary. For all my Panthers fans out there, longtime Panthers fans, this is going to be exciting. Let's watch this masterpiece. Ooh, that's a beautiful sunset.
At one point, they were on top of the NFL world. In 2015, they had an MVP quarterback, an all-pro defense. Carolina had an identity. They were a team that hit you in the mouth and smiled while doing it. But that was 10 years ago. And ever since, the Panthers have been searching for wins, leadership, for hope. But now, for the first time in years, something's different. This is the story of a franchise refusing to stay down. A young quarterback, a new regime, and a city holding on to belief. Welcome to the new era in Carolina.
Okay, this hit was so dirty. This is the reason that Cam's career fell off. This is the reason that Cam's career literally fell off. Because he had so many injuries before this too. And this just made his shoulder even more. I'm surprised he threw for like 4 more years after this. But yeah, this was a cheap shot. This was a dirty play, DJ. We all know this. Luke.
It all came crashing down faster than anyone expected. Cam Newton's body betrayed him. Kuechly left early. Ron Rivera was fired. And since Super Bowl 50, not a single playoff win. 7 different quarterbacks
Hold on, let's
started.
see if I can name all these. Okay, from left to right, we got Kyle Allen. Looks like Will Grier, Teddy Bridgewater, PJ Walker, Baker Mayfield, Sam Darnold, and Bryce Young.
2 rebuilds failed, and the fan base grew weary. And then came Bryce Young, the golden boy from Alabama, calm under pressure, smart, poised, and chosen #1 overall in 2023 to be the savior. But his rookie year, anything but a fairy tale.
It's because we didn't do anything to help him.
He was
Simple
hit more
math.
than any QB in football. He had no protection, no run game. He finished last in almost every major category. And still, he never flinched.
Because he's a dog. He got that dog in him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I should have executed them better.
Did you feel like you had somebody open? What do you mean you should have executed better?
Yeah, especially on that again. That last play, there was a pre-snap motion I missed, and that would have helped us. And then just doing a better job of finding a way at the end when we step up and escape. Do a better job there.
That was the moment Carolina knew. They didn't just draft a quarterback, they drafted a leader.
Yep.
Good to see you, man. Nice to meet you.
Look good in that blue, man.
Feels good.
That red.
Just first of all, so excited, guys. I don't ever want to lose this feeling. I never want to lose this feeling. My first chance to be a head coach with all of you. What is this all about? It's about having the best off season of your life. What does that look like? It's every single one of us pursuing our best. For me, it's about possibilities. Let's not shy away from the possibility of great things that can happen here.
Enter Dave Canales, one of the brightest minds in
Dave
football.
Canales, dog. Dan Morgan, dog.
Credited with reviving Geno Smith and stabilizing Baker Mayfield. A teacher, a motivator, a quarterback whisperer. With him came a new offensive system, built around Bryce's brain, quick reads, and tempo. And for the first time, Carolina's identity wasn't chaos. It was clarity.
Yes, sir.
The 2024 season didn't start the way anyone hoped.
In the pocket, Carr going deep.
What was it, like 47-10?
Leading up to the season opener, Panthers fans' hopes were extremely high. But unfortunately, Bryce's first pass in Week 1 versus the Saints was intercepted by Will Harris.
We know.
The Panthers were destroyed, 47-10. Star defensive lineman Derek Brown went out with a season-ending injury.
Yep.
The defense looked terrible.
To Taysom Hill, who slips a tackle.
And
so
Shock
did
retired
Bryce.
too.
He had 2 interceptions
Young on the move and overthrown again.
and 161 passing yards. In the Week 2 game versus the Chargers, he had just 84 passing yards with 1 interception. And he looked lost.
Carolina Panthers quarterback Bryce Young on Monday was benched in favor of Andy Dalton less than 24 hours after coach Dave Canales declared that the top pick of the 2023 draft would remain his starter for Sunday's game against the Las Vegas Raiders. Young, 23, becomes the first quarterback selected #1 in the common draft era, that's since 1967, to be benched for non-injury reasons in his second season. Will Bryce Young go down as the worst #1?
No, because he came back and he's a dog. You ain't see people like this. He ain't even flinch, man. He came out and threw like 10 touchdowns and 0 picks in the last 3 games. Dog.
Possibly. I'm not rooting for that. Great kid, great star at Alabama. When he was picked #1 overall, I didn't hear a lot of people poo-pooing that, to be fair to him. But it's been an unmitigated disaster.
Young was benched in favor of veteran backup Andy Dalton. It was a move meant to reset, not to replace. Dalton started the next game against the Las Vegas Raiders and dominated, making it seem like Bryce was the problem. Bryce came back in Week 8 versus the Broncos after Dalton suffered an injury in a car accident, and Bryce looked completely different.
Bryce steps up, eludes the pursuit, rolls left. He'll fake the pass, tucks it, runs, breaks a tackle. Bryce down to the 1. Miles Sanders off his right hip. Snap. Young looking left, steps up, under pressure. Now floats one back in the end zone.
Tutty.
Tip, shotgun snap. Young has time. Downfield, Coker reaches up, makes the catch, has the 30, and pulled out of bounds across the 35-yard line.
Bryce has been sitting in the pocket, stepping up, staying in the pocket, a lot of confidence.
Then came Week 12 versus the defending champion Kansas City Chiefs. Bryce was back.
Young rifles, it's complete.
He should have won this game, honestly.
He threw for 263 yards, 1 touchdown, and no turnovers, out-dueling Patrick Mahomes in stretches.
No, he played better than Mahomes.
The Panthers lost by a field goal, but the message was clear that Bryce Young wasn't broken. He was just beginning. In Week 13, they brought the Tampa Bay Buccaneers down to the wire.
We should have won this game too.
Bryce led a 75-yard scoring drive to take the lead with 30 seconds left in the game.
Young has time, and he can
Tutty.
run, throws for the end zone. Thielen has it. It's a touchdown, Panthers.
Bryce Young, dog. Adam Thielen, dog. Gritty on that out, bro.
But somehow, the Bucs marched down the field.
Lane integrity. You get caught up. You don't get there, and look at.
And kicked a game-tying field goal to send the game to overtime.
Ridiculous.
In overtime, the Panthers forced a turnover on the first drive. Panthers got the ball, and Bryce drive down the field, and when they were in field
the
goal
one-hander.
range,
The one-hander.
Chuba Hubbard fumbled.
Screen and just tackles the football, rips it out.
I remember this. Oh.
And I'll tell you what, set the edge early, rips the ball out.
A heartbreaking loss.
What's
but
new?
It showed the Panthers could fight with anyone. 1 week later, the Panthers brought the future Super Bowl
and we should have won this game
Philadelphia
too.
Eagles down to the wire. In the final few minutes, Bryce and the Panthers were backed into their own end zone. On 3rd down, Bryce escaped the pressure and threw a perfect ball to convert.
I think you're going to get coverage and zone drops from this Philly defense.
Young stepping away, stepping up, being chased in the end zone, still on his feet.
You can't bring him down, bro.
It's caught by Leggett to
You
the
can't bring him
43-yard
down.
line.
He's like that.
The Panthers then drove down the field.
The Eagles bring the house. Young throws, and guess who?
This is where
And
Leggett
Xavier
drops
Leggett
the
drop away
touchdown.
from winning the game.
Oh, I can't watch this. Oh. This is the Super Bowl champion.
Bryce closed the season on a high note, leading the Panthers to a 44-38 win over Atlanta in Week 18. Calm, confident,
Calm,
clutch.
cool, and collected, baby.
Although it seemed the Panthers only had half of a good season, other players shined.
Believe in us. We believe, bro.
Chuba Hubbard, the once underestimated
Game
Canadian
winner,
running
boy.
back,
Don't
exploded
sleep
in
on that, boy.
2024 with over 1,100 rushing yards and 11 total touchdowns, becoming a true every
Don't
down
sleep
back.
on that, dog. You heard?
J.C. Horn finally had a full, healthy season, and he made it count, locking up wide receivers like Malik Neighbors and former Panther DJ Moore.
See, we've known he's like this. Everybody keeps sleeping on him, acting like he's never done this before. He's been a top corner in the league for years. But he's just never healthy. He doesn't play a full season. We've known this.
Holding both to under 50
If you haven't been
yards when
sleeping under a
targeted.
rock.
Adam Thielen, now in his mid-30s, refused to slow down, grabbing 72 catches for 814 yards and continuing to be a mentor on and off the field. And while rookie Xavier Leggett struggled with a wrist injury, which forced him to have a few key drops, his raw talent still flashed in every contested catch.
Middle, Lee gets the catch. It's got the 35, outside the numbers 30, down the left sideline, and pushed out of
Dollar
bounds.
bill, baby.
Sanders rolling left, throws, end zone, touchdown, Leggett!
He's not there yet, but he's coming. Canales' system depends on protection, and the Panthers' O-line delivered. With newly signed Damian Lewis anchoring the interior and Robert Hunt, who was just signed to a 5-year, $100 million contract, playing the best ball of his career at right guard, the unit gave Bryce Young time and Hubbard lanes. Ikeme Ekwonu continued to grow into a franchise left tackle, mauling defenders in the run game and keeping the blind side clean in the second half of the year. They didn't make the playoffs, but they made a statement. The new era in Carolina isn't a slogan, it's a system. The pieces are in place, the vision is clear. And if 2024 was the storm, then 2025 might be the sunrise.
It's here.
Going into the offseason, one thing was clear. The defense needed to change. Anchored by Derek Brown, who has emerged as one of the NFL's top interior linemen, and backed by J.C. Horn, one of the league's best man corners when healthy,
Save for the people in the back.
Panthers didn't just tweak the unit this offseason, they reloaded it. In free agency, they signed Pat Jones II, Tershawn Wharton, Rico Dowdle, Trayvon Moehrig, Bobby Brown III, Christian Rosaboom, Hunter Renfrow, and reached a massive 4-year, $100 million extension with J.C. Horn. In the 2025 NFL Draft, Carolina held the 8th overall pick. They had a pick swap.
Okay, if you don't know, we have a great history with the 8th overall pick. We picked McMillan this year, McCaffrey in like 17, and I think J.C. Horn was the 8th as well. We got a good history with that.
Closing in with the Rams.
So it's, hang on, it's 8.
We're on the clock, and the Rams are asking, hey, do you guys want to do this trade?
All right, let me call you back. All right, bye.
What did they say on their side? We had a little bit of trade stuff going on that we were kind of working through. You know, they would have had to give us the moon for us to trade out of that spot.
It's still not the same deal we talked about.
So for me, it was no different than free agency or even doing an extension. Like, I'm just following a script and a plan.
How does that compare with this one?
Yeah.
Would you do this right now?
Yeah. No.
You would?
Oh.
The one we offered?
Yeah.
Would you do this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Either they do it or we're just going to call it.
Okay. We will do the thing that Dan had proposed. Okay, cool. All right, they're talking about.
But it ultimately fell through.
Hey. Okay, cool. They're out.
All right, team Mac.
Yes, sir.
General manager Dan Morgan kept his pick and called his guy's name. Carolina decided to go offensive instead of the highly thought of defensive selection of Jalen Walker and drafted T-Mac at pick 8 from Arizona.
Triple D. Decisiveness. Diligence. Dog.
6'4", 220 pounds, and compared to receivers like Mike Evans. In the second round, Dan Morgan was able to snag his guy, Nick Scorton, an edge rusher who had burst and power at Purdue in 2023. Unfortunately, he had an underwhelming season at Texas A&M in 2024, but is looking massive and ready for 2025. They then doubled down and drafted Princely Unman-Milan from Ole Miss in the third round, who is beyond explosive off the line.
Yes, I remember that.
And Trevor Etienne for running back depth, a national champion Lathan Ransom, Cam Jackson for trench depth, Mitchell Evans from Notre Dame,
right,
and Jimmy Horn Jr. from Colorado. Young, hungry, and totally overlooked. A draft class that the front office thought was impossible. This isn't just another rebuild. This time, there's alignment. From ownership to coaching to QB1. This time, there's a plan.
Yep.
They chose growth, development, system. It won't happen overnight. There will be setbacks, but make no mistake. The Panthers have planted something real. This is the new era in Carolina, and it's just getting started.
We saw it all unfold last year, and it feels like your entire team kind of ignited.
Bryce into the end zone, and Carolina takes the lead.
The way Bryce played last year, the way this offensive line has gotten in a good place, the way they beefed up the defense in the draft and free agency.
I think it's special.
No, it's going to be amazing to see what we build here.
Just win it. Trying to find a way to win football games.
Look like a team that is going to be a problem in the NFC South, and especially a team that I think Charlotte is going to be able to rally around yet again.
Panthers should be better. I see them in the playoffs.
One step at a time, every
Ian
day.
Rappaport knows ball, man.
It's our best.
Things going to be different.
Who will improve our organization? Like, how do we make everything here better?
I'm with what they're doing. There's clearly a plan.
Really excited about the challenge of the upcoming season.
The identity, the culture around here, myself and Coach Canales, we're never going to change that identity. We're going to compete in every turn. We want to be the best at everything that we do.
Man, shout out to Gridiron Files, man. You deserve more subscribers, my friend. This was a masterpiece. I'm telling you. No, that was a great watch. I see the effort. I see the ball knowledge. You know what you're doing, my friend. This was a banger. Hey, you. Thank you so much for watching this video all the way through. Make sure to check out my latest multi-genre album, West Coast Jesus Reppin', on all streaming platforms, featuring guys like Scribe Music, CJ Emulus, and Mikey So Christian. And be on the lookout for my new documentary in these coming months. Let's tap into this movement all the way in together. Let's get it.